Hi my darlings, I'm Sophie Darling and welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to episode 49 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and last episode we lost Gluttony again. Pride ate him, which is quite ironic considering Gluttony is the one that eats everyone, but still. And he is smelling Hohenheim. And I know that Hohenheim basically told him to pass on a message about there being war, but I think there was maybe the insinuation, I can't remember off the top of my head, that the next time they meet, Pride would die or it would be Pride's downfall. Can't remember extensively, but I know that it was the declaration of war against the father. So we're most likely going to see Hohenheim in action, but not just that, we'll probably see Ed in action alongside his father too. It's a bit of bonding between Hohenheim and Ed, which will be really nice to see considering they are both very stubborn individuals. They're very alike one another. So without further ado, we're going to dive in because I don't really have much to say other than the fact that I really want to see a showdown between Pride and Hohenheim. I must have missed the end credit scene. Oh my god, I did. I missed the end credit scene because I don't remember that happening. Oh fuck. Okay, so they kidnap the Fuhrer's wife and hold her hostage. This is what happens. I haven't missed any of the end credit scenes since the very beginning. And the one time I forget to actually watch it, something big fucking happens. Oh my goodness. I'm glad that they filled us in because I would have been like, what the fuck? Oh no, he wants to use him as a pawn. He's terrifying, okay? Oh my god, he's so scary. I'd be dead. I do not have these reflexes. They've switched back again. They've switched because he knows Pride better. Oh my god, no, don't. Oh my god, no. You would have literally died, Lanfan. I'm sorry, is she forgetting all of the times that they have helped them in the past? I get that it's probably a matter of pride because her honor of being a warrior hinges on her ability, so she doesn't want to seem weak and incapable by not being able to protect herself. But girl, just be grateful to him for once, for God's sake. He's terrifying. He's the most terrifying out of all of the homunculus. Okay. He's come back into his body. Oh. Darius. It's Darius. Not good. Ow, you can't go. Because if you lose control of your body in that moment, it's too risky. Hohenheim's gonna have to go help his boy. I'm not half bad. Watch him be epically cool. Watch him be badass. He's like, yeah, I'm not half bad. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Lanfan! I'm good. Are you saying you're gonna eat him too? You ate one of your brothers. You can't talk. His little nose, it's like a rabbit.
ヒーローは遅れてやってくるものなんだよね。
Oh, what an epic line.
何を考えている。何か狙っているのか。
The only person he is wary of is Hohenheim. Because he's essentially born from Hohenheim too. Without the father, there'd be no homunculus, but without Hohenheim, there'd be no the father. Uh-oh.
つまらない作戦ですね。
This was silly. Why did he do this? Why did he think to do this? I'm confused. Or is this part of the plan? That they'd make him think that this was part of it, but it wasn't. That it's to let him become a hostage? Oh! I'm not half bad. My ass! Yeah, it's part of the plan. You've no shadows now. That's what Al intended. It's part of their plan.
これはあるの提案だ。
笑っている場合ですか。君とてここから出られない。もし出ようと一瞬でも隙間を開ければ、影を使ってここから
出る気なんて花からないよ。こっちは酸素も光も食べ物もなくて平気な体だ。
That's why it doesn't matter if he's in here. He doesn't need this to survive. Oh, they're taking him out the picture.
ならば戦うのではなく、自分をおとりに抑え込もう。
Amazing.
これで我々も対策を立てる時間が稼げる。
I doubted the plan initially because I was like, wait, what? But no, it makes sense. Al knows you too well. You'll see him again, I promise. They keep being separated from each other and it's so heart-wrenching because they just want to be together.
でも今回はもともと僕が原因だったから大丈夫だよ、兄さん。
It's okay. You'll be together again soon. We don't know where Raph is. He can strike while no one's in the picture. Oh, for fuck's sake, Greed. It's like, it's my moment to shine. I can take over. Oh, they're gonna know that May went to Central. Because they sent her home. No.
あんちゃんたちだろう。東部でブラッドレーを列車ごと爆破したのは。
No, they didn't do that. They're only just learning about it.
初耳だ。まあ、奴らテロかますってもっぱらの噂だったからな。彼らはそんなことをするために集まったわけではない。
Oh, they're trying to demonize them.
この国を変えようとしている大切な仲間だ。
Oh no.
仕事熱心もほどほどにしなければなりませんね。
There's Kimberly. Kimberly's back.
汚れてしまった。
And they were all coming together to basically create a better world. And they got slaughtered in the process by Kimberly. He's so angry. His face, he's so pissed off.
何も分かっちゃいない。ああ、人柱とか言って僕らを利用し、何かをしようとしてるみたいだけど。
Open the door of
もし僕た
truth.
ちが自分の身可愛さに国外逃亡でもしたら、その時点でお前たちの計画はおじゃんだったんだ。
けれども、そう。例えばラースの妻。
He cares about her.
以前、 街中で私が車にひかれかけたことがあったのですか？その時、あれは身を挺して私を助けようとしたのです。
Because she genuinely loves and cares for him. She would have risked her life to save him.
思わず面食らってしまいました。
And Raph loves her too.
正直あれの存在は興味深かった。母親とはこういうものなのかと。
I wonder if he can maybe be converted.
けれどあれとの生活は楽しかったですし、好きでしたよ。
Oh.
人間にはラースの妻のように大事なものを守るためには己の命すら投げ出す者がいる。この国を捨てて逃げられるはずがない。
Because they would have risked their own lives to protect the people they care about.
我々の計画にはずさんなどありえないのです。
Because they know themselves they couldn't have just left. Oh, he's at Hugh's grave.
大佐、
I miss you,
そろそろ時間で
Hughes.
す。
I want them to succeed in honor of Hughes. What were you gonna say?
行こうか。
She was gonna say something. Just confess your love to each other already, please.
それにこの山は
Don't do anything to it.
じゃないか。ドリス、キンブリーに言われて俺たちを始末しに来たのか。
No, they also
何
left.
言ってんだよ。キンブリーの部下なんざとっくにやめてるよ。
早速打ち合わせを。
Oh God.
てめえ喧嘩売ってんのか。
You're all on the same side now.
お前ら本当にキンブリーの部下やめてきたのかよ。
Yes.
あんな奴の下にいても使い捨てにされるの目に見えてるしな。だよな。まあ、おかげで日陰者の身にはなってしまったが、気分はいいぞ。あいつらは俺らを見捨てることはしないからな。
It's so funny that he's basically become what Isaac was at the very beginning of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. They all thought that he was a traitor and deserved to be taken down, but he actually was right in what he was doing. Because he knew what the government was doing. He knew what Wrath was.
スカーたちとの打ち合わせは終わったのか。
ああ、作戦は決まった。
そうか。いよいよだな。
He's gonna put his coat on. Oh my god, we're so close to the chosen day. Al has so much
あれが
strength.
踏ん張ってくれてるんだもんな。あとは俺たちがやるだけだ。
Ooh! Today's the day. It's all up to you.
約束の日の始まりだ。
Oh!
なんだよ。
早く起きて。
They're so cute.
おい、太陽見るなよ。目が潰れんぞ。
知ってるよ、そのくらい。
兄ちゃん来て来て。街から
Oh.
煙が上がってる。
Oh. Oh shit.
お前ら、今日外に出るなよ。
西区セディ隊 C75 地区にてマスタング組を発見。交戦中です。
良いマスタングさえ生きていればよい。無事には利用価値がない。
Wow.
奴の部下ともども消えてもらい。
I love that Risa has her arms around her to like help her. I don't think Raph would see her as disposable. I think this is when we'd see
撃つかね。
a rapid departure.
マスタング大佐以外は撃ってよし。
Oh! I have a feeling that they'll go to shoot, but obviously it's not as it seems that they're going to be able to get out of here alive. I feel like even though they're saying that she's disposable, I don't think Raph would see it that way, because we have to remember that, yeah, Raph needed to put on the act of being a family man to fool everyone into believing that like he's not a homunculus. Obviously the upper elite know, but he obviously had to fool people into thinking it. But she slapped him and he still insisted on dating her and pursuing her. He didn't necessarily have to have a wife, but I think part of him was charmed by her. And in the same way that Pride has respect and admiration and almost finds himself conflicted because he enjoys being her son, he enjoys having a mother and having that affection given to him and not being seen as a monster. It's almost similar that they both can almost relate to Hohenheim in the sense that they feel almost like they don't deserve it because they're told that they're monsters. They're told that they're abnormal and that they're freaks. And likely when people learn the truth about them, they mistreat them that way. And this isn't me saying we need to empathize with them. What I'm basically saying is that Hohenheim can relate to that because that's how he felt. But it was Trisha that was able to shake him out of that thought process. And likewise, we're seeing other humans have that same impact. I feel like Raph would actually protect his wife. I feel like he does have genuine affection for her, much in the same way that Pride does too. And also, we kind of have to wonder if Raph being made into a homunculus when he was an adult, because obviously he was a child, he grew up in that situation and was then made into one, he would still have human emotions. He's not exempt from those human emotions. He's probably had to switch them off as part of what's expected of him and the Raph side of him, but he still has the capacity to love. And that's why Pride has said to him, like, humans could be your weakness, and he wasn't going to tell the father about his admiration for humanity's capacity to fight back and their strength and courage, and that the younger generation is something to admire because it would be treasonous to the father's ambitions and his goals. So I think what we're seeing is that the homunculus have the potential to turn against the father, and that could potentially be what happened, that the father's using them for his gain and doesn't actually care about them, and they could decide that they want something else. They don't want to contribute to the harm anymore. I could be being very idealistic, but I don't know. We also saw Kimberly's back again, so Kimberly's going to be an absolute menace, and I'm still really mad that I missed that cutscene. I can't believe I missed that cutscene. I've never missed a cutscene since, like, it happened 2 times at the very, very beginning. I'm talking like episode 6. And I missed one, and it was such an important one too. I'm glad that they reiterated it in the intro because I would have been like, what the fuck? But yeah, I love as well that we see Ed's eyes almost in admiration of his father and his skill. And the fact that he's like, I'm not half bad. And he just creates like this giant spherical prison is insane. But initially I was like, wait, what? I was like, what kind of plan is this? Like, why did they think this would work? But it was to distract Pride so that Hohenheim could get the jump on him and they could seal them away together. And obviously Al doesn't require oxygen, food, drink, sleep, any of that. So he's the perfect person to sit in this prison with Pride and wait it out. But I feel like they're going to have a little bonding session. Greed's on his way to Central because he's like, I'm going to become king of the world. And they now know that May has gone and we haven't seen May since. So I'm kind of a bit worried about her. And Envy was still the little worm in the jar. So when they go back, Envy could actually have gained their body back, which would be really annoying because of all the effort that they went through to destroy him and get him in this jar. I don't know what all that was. Only for him to get his body back because May got emotional and decided she didn't want to leave. But that's the point, is that none of them would have left. They all are willing to sacrifice themselves to help humanity, to protect those that they care and love about. And that's why Pride was saying to Al, like, you think the plan is sloppy, but I know for a fact you wouldn't have abandoned the people you care about. You wouldn't have left. You wouldn't have doomed this country to suffer at our hands to protect yourselves, because you're not that type of person. And Ed's not that way either, and nor is Hohenheim. Hohenheim wrestled with that kind of confliction, but you can understand why he's wrestling with it because of everything he's gone through. And he's been alive far longer, and he's seen the very worst of humanity, but also the very best of humanity. And he's probably exhausted. So you can understand why he's kind of like, why am I constantly fighting for them when history just keeps repeating itself? But he fights for them because they have the capacity to create and rebuild and to be better and to constantly prove him wrong. And that's what Trisha was saying, like, we may be weak, we may not have the strength that you have or the homunculus have, but we will constantly find a way to fight and to strive to survive, and we will rebuild and build something bigger and better than it was before. Even though we harm each other, we can find a way to come together and rebuild what we destroyed. And that's why Hohenheim decided to not give up on humanity and to actually aid in helping them achieve victory over the father. But I'm wondering how Dr. Marco's re-engineering of the Philosopher's Stone is going to work. Like, if it could work against the father himself and destroy him. My biggest concern is that in destroying the father, you destroy Hohenheim, because they're both immortal, right? But they divided the bodies in Xerxes, and they're connected by blood. They're blood brothers. That's what the father referred to him as in episode 40. So my worry is that because they're connected by blood, that destroying one destroys the other, and that we could lose Hohenheim. I really don't want that to happen. I want the father to be destroyed, and that Hohenheim maybe gets his ties to immortality severed as a result, but gets to continue to live. But I have a feeling that they're bound to each other, and that it's a noble sacrifice that he has to make in order to ensure that the world is protected and that his boys get to live this happy life, and that he can be reunited with Trisha. And I'm getting emotional at the thought of it, so I hope that's not what happens, but I have a feeling that's the direction that the story is going to go in, about noble sacrifice and humans being willing to do anything they can to protect the ones they love. Why am I getting so emotional? I think because I can already picture in my head that that's the direction the story is going to go in, and I'm going to be raging because I want Hohenheim to be able to live the rest of his life with his boys. So if he dies, I'm going to be an absolute wreck. And if Scar dies, I'm going to be an absolute wreck, because I love Scar as a character, and I want to see Scar be able to help rebuild and contribute to this better society, this better world, and to honor his brother's memory. So if we lose Scar, I'm not going to be happy. But I think that's all I want to say for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. Until next episode, bye!